We are here today with the beloved mayor of Chandler, Mr. Kevin Hartke. How are you doing today? Nice, nice. Well, first off, I want to say it's both a pleasure and an honor to be able to do this with you, to have you on the show. I'm sure our viewers will really appreciate it. And also, I want to mention you and the city council members, this team of city council members that you have. You guys have been doing a wonderful job with the aesthetics of Chandler and improving and making just great and sound economical decisions, like the one we are here to discuss today, which is taking advantage of one of Arizona's most abundant natural resources, the sun. So, what is the overall total wattage, or in this case, megawattage, of the city's collection?
So we've invested in solar on quite a few places in Chandler, and our current megawattage is about 3. Once we do this new investment of about $15 million, that'll add 9 new megawatts, which it'll carry us much farther than we are today.
Nice, nice. Mr. Mayor, so what is the city's philosophy on adding solar? What was the thought process in that?
That's a great question. And when we look at solar and our other type of initiatives, we really look at the bottom line with our taxpayer dollars. We want to make sure that we're just not chasing projects that ultimately we're not being responsible to today and tomorrow's taxpayers. So the library array, for example, which is about 10 years old, we believe at about 12 to 17 years, we're going to see the payback. So it's a good upfront investment, realizing that we're saving dollars for tomorrow with a one-time investment. And that's pretty much the same with what we've done at the police station, what we've done at our parking place for our rapid transit. And as we invest into our new $15 million project, we're looking with this $15 million investment that we ultimately see over the lifetime of this, we're going to see about a $41 million payback to us, and that will be realized, again, probably not this year or tomorrow, but in the 12 to 15 degree, and this kind of pans it out well over. So we believe that solar investment, where we're actually going to realize the savings to future taxpayers, is a good investment for our community.
Nice, nice. And if you don't mind me asking, what type of warranty structure has been included in the deals that you've actually struck with solar?
So we believe that we got, for our taxpayers, really good warranties on ours. The one that we're currently investing, it's warranted for 25 years, although we might get solar usage past that. And so we put taxpayer dollars up front, but the company carries the warranty and will cover any fault with this, or if the panels don't live up to their expectations, that's on their dollar and not on ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did see in an article that you guys had that, or someone posted that you guys actually got a guarantee that they would actually produce at least as much as the city uses in every instance.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of transformation in solar panels since they first came out, and I think originally they came out in the 70s. I mean, the original concept of these, but there's been a lot of advancement, which we've been watching for years because, again, we want to be responsible and we to sustainability, but we also want to be responsible to our community, and the advancements that they have made are just producing a more reliable and better producing solar panel than even recent history. They keep getting better, which is what we're looking for.
You kind of just touched on this, but what can you share with us any details on the initial thought of solar, like the initial, and also as well as the initial contact, as far as like branching or reaching out? Have you reached out to companies, or have companies reached out to you concerning solar and things of that sort?
I would say all of the above. And our initial thought is, what does sustainability in Chandler look like? And so when we talk about it, we look heavily at water, and we are probably one of the most responsible water users as a city. We recycle every drop. We're looking at putting smart meters that give individual homeowners the opportunity to monitor their own water use. So that's been a big field for us. But also, we're planting a lot of trees. We've taken advantage of some federal programs that continue to add a tree canopy and replace a tree canopy so that we're producing oxygen, so that we're providing shade. And then with solar, there's a lot of vendors out there that contact us all the time. But when we are looking at a project, we go out for an RFP, meaning that they bid, and we have the opportunity to choose who is the best person for the particular projects for the city and city tax dollars. And sometimes they'll change their bid, but it's really a conversation of them approaching us, but then us telling when we bid, here's the process.
I want to ask you about the total past savings that you've had prior to this new engagement, and also your projections for the future savings.
So the current plan that we will be investing in with this $15 million investment is that we'll see a guaranteed $1 million a year over the lifespan of this, and it will increase. So when I say over $1 million, we're starting with about 1.4 million, and then we anticipate over the lifetime of this, it will increase, and with what we hope to see, a $41 million comeback to the city.
Nice, nice. All right, and I also wanted to share two statistics that I thought was shocking when I discovered. First, in 2023, Arizona's total in-state electricity was generated mainly from 6 sources. Natural gas, which was 46%, nuclear power, which was 27%, coal was 10%, solar energy was only 10%, and the remaining 6% was being split between hydroelectric power and wind. Also, the second statistic that actually shocked me was Arizona, according to multiple sources across the web, is actually the #1 sunniest place in the world. And that was pretty shocking to me. Considering this, Mr. Mayor, why do you think most residents don't take advantage of this natural resource?
I would say that solar in particular has been a developing resource for us, and even though it has been around for a long time, it's not had the efficiency of today. And on rooftops, even some of the vendors, in our case, which would be either APS or SRP, they've offered different initiatives that at different times it has been more favorable for investment, and other times there has been no investment on their part or no encouragement. So you are right. I think we have over 300 totally sunny days a year, which put us into a high classification. And as these companies look at their portfolio of power, certainly Palo Verde out in the West Valley is a huge power producer and has sustained APS more than any others. But solar is a rising one, and it's a reliably rising power source, particularly with the innovation and improvement of these. So I anticipate, as well as SRP and APS, as they have made commitments to be on sustainable power sources and diminishing and decreasing some of the other sources like coal and natural gas, that we will continue to see more, and in partnership with them on these types of sources.
So I've seen a number of facilities that you guys actually already have currently that have solar, including the downtown library. So how many facilities have it, and how many facilities are you actually planning to up that number to?
Okay. So currently we have 6 facilities around the community here, and we hope to have 23 additional ones that we'll be adding with this new project. And even in picking new projects, we wanted to make sure that we could use the most power there. For example, One of the larger ones is going to be at our water treatment plant, where we have a fair amount of land that we can set up an array. But water treatment facilities use a lot of power. So we've been making sure that we don't put facilities in places where we can't use the power. And even at a recent contract, we employed 2 solar movable projects that can be adding to be electric chargers for vehicles. So that we have those out in the place too, or out in the field. So this is going to be a good game changer for us. But I think the key point is location, location, location for the best possible use.
Nice. So, Mayor Hartke, if you don't mind sharing also with us, what would you say the timeline is on the future installments?
Sure. With these 23 sites and $15 million investment, we recently approved the design on these, and that'll take about 6 months. This will come back to council, and then we'll approve the expenses of the actual construction. So totally, we're probably 18, 20 months between now and we'll actually see this power coming online for us.
That's pretty fast, actually, for the magnitude of such a deal, to come to fruition. So, Mayor Hartke, about how much energy will you be looking to offset with these projects?
Sure. With the 23 new sites that will be coming on, we anticipate about a 56% offset, meaning that it'll replace the existing electricity that we're currently using, receiving. So flipping to solar like this will be a great asset for the community and great savings for us, but also a responsible use of power.
Nice. How much of the funds from the Inflation Reduction Act would you actually qualify for to fund this project?
Yeah, it's part of what has helped us pencil this project out, in that we applied and were able to receive $6.5 million from federal dollars that are encouraging solar. So that was a pretty big asset for us.
All right, Mr. Mayor, I just want to thank you for allowing me to interview you and place this on my channel, on our show. I feel like a lot of people would be delighted to see this, and it will be very informative to other government officials and executives on their decision making on going solar. And I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Reginald, for coming to our wonderful LEED Gold-esque building of City Hall, which has been a savings, and helping get the word out about Chandler and sustainability and solar. So appreciate you greatly.
Thank you.